A new phenomenon that I don't see many people discussing lately is the lack of silence. This is a 15-minute long video of heavy traffic noise in India created on August 14th, 2022. The world does not remember silence, and it saddens me and annoys me that I can barely recall the last time I enjoyed some true peace and quiet. It's something that bugs me. It eats away at me. My mind wants to rest, but there's something creating sound that always makes me feel off. Not in a gross or grotesque way, but a slightly uncomfortable feeling. Like the tag on your shirt itching your back. But there are no scissors to cut this tag off, because the world doesn't notice it like you do. Now look, noise doesn't bug everyone. It might just bug me because I'm specific and meticulous about what is stimulating my senses. Or I just really don't like loud, squeaky, stridulous sounds. But I want you to see how silence affects you, your mental health, and maybe make noise bug you as much as it bugs me. So let's start with this. When I first asked this question, I found it hard to define. I mean, clearly there's a dictionary that defines it for me, but from a figurative and non-literal standpoint, you might have the same difficulty as me defining what silence is. Or maybe it's better to say silence's effect on you. If I were to give an example, it's like defining love. There's a dictionary, and then there's you. And I'm sure your definition of love is different from the ink on paper one. So when I tell you I want silence, I'm not talking about the true textbook definition of silence. To be quite frank, it's impossible. If there's true silence, our brain will usually make up some auditory illusion to give our ears some sort of stimulus. The only true silencer is death, and I do not want to die anytime soon just because I'm a little autistic and don't like loud noises. So what do I want? What is the silence I seek? I want peace. I want tranquility. The less noise there is in a room, the more room there is in my brain. I just want that freedom. The freedom of thought space if you want a term for it. So what is silence? It's your own personal room, your own apartment, your own brain space. I have little influence on what your silence is. My silence is different from your silence. My love is different from your love. Personally, silence gives me the freedom to do whatever I want with that thought space, that room. Search for your silence. And once you do that, ask, noise affects you and everyone around you, whether you want to believe it or not, and if you don't think that sound plays much of a role in regulating your life, what did you just feel? When I abruptly cut the peaceful and beautiful landscape in music, did you feel anxious? Did you feel scared? Did you feel curious? Where you were like, oh, what is this guy doing? Why did he cut the music? I want you to do a favor for me. I ask you to go back to your childhood and think of that song. A girl bop, a pop song that made you stand up and sing and dance. That catchiness, that no care in the world attitude. That nod in your head like yeah. Moving your hips like yeah. Whatever it be, what does it make you feel? Do you feel anger, nostalgia, sadness, pity? Whatever it may be, it doesn't matter. Because I just proved my point. Music is a form of sound, and that sound made you feel. If you can't remember a girl bop, think of a song you listen to now. Something that wells up that sadness in you, all the pessimistic, doomcore, no hope feelings that you get from listening to that song. All of these emotions can only be experienced because of sound. Or maybe you know a song that can do both. Make you happy and joyful when you listen to it in a good mood, or a nostalgic and sober feeling when you listen to it in a bad mood. Silence is the middle ground. It gives you all the space in your brain to figure things out. One of the important parts of meditation is sitting in a quiet room. It gives your brain space to let thoughts go in and go out. I want you to think for yourself. What does silence do for you? Does it help you? Does it bring you peace? Does it rebirth you? Does it transform you? And after that, think about why you need it or don't want it. what helps you or hurts you. If silence hurts you, I'm sorry. Whether it's because it makes you focus on your insecurities or face the problems you have yet to tackle, I think that dealing with silence is the first step towards overcoming those problems. Then once you do that, you have the room to think, to explore in your mind, to find yourself, your passions, and your dreams. And then once you do that, you can start making some noise. Silence is the equalizer, the friend, the enemy, and the future. So I ask of you, help save silence. Find the friend within you. Because if we have no silence, then no one will hear each other.